Even little kids know that if an emergency vehicle activates its lights and sirens, everyone should pull over. It's usually a matter of great excitement for a little kid to see an emergency services vehicle in full flight like that. If the emergency services vehicle is a police vehicle, of course, then we may also need to pull over because the officers in that vehicle want to have a quiet word. Thing is, not everybody does that. Some people will speed off and attempt to evade police. This leads to an impossible choice for police and policymakers. Do they engage in a high-speed chase and put other road users at risk? Or do they simply allow people to run from police whenever they feel like it? To alleviate this situation, the Parliament substantially increased the penalties under the Police Powers and Responsibilities Act, but also, unusually, imposed a minimum penalty of a 50 penalty unit fine, about $7,700 at the time of recording, or 50 days in prison, and a 2-year mandatory licence suspension. If there's going to be a minimum penalty, then you really want to be certain that the driver knew they were doing the wrong thing. And so Section 748 of the Act defines giving a signal as 1. By giving a physical or audible signal, or 2. By displaying a warning light or warning lights and sounding an alarm. In this case, it was clear that the police activated their lights, but there was disputed evidence about whether they also activated the sirens. The magistrate at first instance said it didn't matter because showing the lights was a physical signal and that was enough. That decision was appealed to the District Court, where District Court Judge Byrne of King's Counsel applied a purposive approach to statutory interpretation, saying, "The purpose of requiring both warning lights and an alarm to be activated is clearly designed to provide a level of protection to the rights of motorists by ensuring they are properly aware of the direction to stop their vehicle. The contrary interpretation would result in an indefensible erosion of those rights." He concluded, and this case teaches us, that for police to use signals to instruct a driver to pull over, they must activate both their lights and their siren. Seriously though, on the road, if you see or hear either, get out of the way.